The National Commissioner, when he was here, he says, not once, but on several occasions, I told General Sibiya that he must stay out of this process, and I will handle it. And I see the letter that you are reading, because I still have another letter here written by yourself, dated April 2022, 22 April 2025. And this is the period that in his testimony, he has said to us that he have warned you in April that you must stay away from the PKTT. But then, yeah, maybe before you go back to Honorable Nqola, if you can just take us through that to say, the letters that the reason why I'm asking you who signed the letter, and you say it's you, and I have this other one as well of 22, it has the same topic of, the same subject of deactivation and disbandment of the PKTT, and it's signed by yourself. How do you continue to sign these letters when the National Commissioner says, I have spoken to General Sibiya and instructed him to get out of the PKTT, because from the onset he was never involved? And I also listen to you when you speak here. When they appear before the portfolio committee, you say they, and my understanding is that when you say they, you are not there yourself.
When I say they, Chair, remember at this point in time, we've got General Kumar and General Masemola,
yeah,
who were presenting. I was part of the whole presentation because, as far as I'm concerned, we are all part of one team.
You were there in that meeting?
I was in that meeting.
Yeah, but when you say it's here, you don't say we, you say they.
Because I'm sitting with both General Masemola and Kumalo accusing me of disbanding, but they were the one doing presentation.
In the meeting of the portfolio committee.
I was there, and then the presentation we own.
Okay, no, it's fine. Let's leave it there. The chair of the portfolio committee is here for sure. These are matters that he will take interest when you. Can you just go back to your communication, your correspondences, and clarify within the context of what Honorable Nqola is asking, to say it appears like there are two parallel processes here, because the commissioner says, I talked General Sibiya out of this process, and even reprimanded him. It's what he told us, and for sure this may be some of the reasons leading to your suspension, because it's what he said, that I talked him out of this process. But then it appears like you sign letters, you communicate. And he wants to know, because he says, no, listen, the minister has never signed my winding plan. And here is my deputies, my colleague, I say, look, wait here, I will handle this. And then you are reading a letter. What is the date of the letter you are reading?
I think it's 17 January.
Yeah, and this one is 22nd April. Help the honorable member to understand. Thank you.
I'm asking, Chair, to just before I get to the honorable member, just to mention two issues. The first issue being, starting from January, when this matter arose, working with the National Commissioner, working smoothly with the National Commissioner, on the 4th of April, the National Commissioner assessing me and in all respect saying competent in everything, then his only concern that he wrote, this is the only concern that he wrote in his performance now. It says, the forensic science part of the division, detective and forensics must be paid close attention and their performance to improve. Now, because this is the time where the National Commissioner was supposed to say to me, Chief, you don't listen, you don't do this, and when I say this, you do this, and I want this to improve or this. So I'm bringing this point home that says, no, the bottom line is he assesses me positively because there's no issue.
Yeah, the assessment, we recorded it, the competence and the performance index, how it has improved. You said it in a chapter and verse yesterday. I have everything on record. Go to Honorable Nqola and help him to understand the context.
Honorable Nqola, please take me back to my trailing thought.
Yeah, because you went all over and spoke about assessments and dockets. We have not arrived there. We're going there.
I have to survive.
We passed the issue of the two plans, Chair. Because it is the evidence of the general that, no, they are not two according to his knowledge. It's fine. Let's take it from there. Let's just record it as he says it. So, the letter that he reads speaks about informing stakeholders internally and externally. Because, Chair, when a possibility arises for NPA, DPCI, and crime intelligence to come to this committee, we'll ask them if they know about any plan or any process to disband the political killing system. So I'm asking again to you, General. Have you been able to inform those stakeholders of the directive and the plan thereof in respect of the dissolution of the political killing system? I'm asking you as a person who says you received a directive from the Office of the National Commissioner to manage this process. We are doing this, General, so that they don't come here and say, no, we don't know anything about that. So it must be on record that you have informed them that the political killing system has reached its sell-by date.
Chair, that was not my responsibility to do that, to inform the stakeholders. The stakeholders had to be informed by the project manager of the political killing system. The instruction came that says, communicate this to the relevant team. I did that. Theirs was to start the process and to start running with the baton. Not me running letters all over, writing letters to every stakeholder, to that one and that one, going to see that one, going to meet that one. It was the responsibility of the task team, project leader, to do it.
General, you speak like someone who's operating in a peripheral environment. You are given a responsibility to head an institution as big as SAPS. Beyond that, you are given a responsibility to oversee and preside over a process of dissolving the political systems, didn't you? Was that responsibility not given to you?
That's correct.
Is it not your responsibility to ensure that your subordinates or your juniors do the obligations that they've been given to expedite the process?
That is why I was writing those
But
letters.
you can't say you can't go around with letters. The point here is, you are a boss that's presiding over a process.
Yes.
Now, whoever you have given that obligation of writing a letter is not important for these purposes. But the question is, were the stakeholders informed of the process you presided over?
The stakeholders had to be informed by the project manager, not by myself.
Chair, can I repeat the question? I am not asking who bears the responsibility of informing the stakeholders. Imagine today, the chair gives us, all of us as members, responsibilities one by one. And when the chair is asked outside by the media that, how are you handling this and that? And he says, no, I gave that to Nqola, it's not on me. The point general here is that you are presiding over the process now. You give responsibilities to the project manager. So it's upon your obligation to ensure that who you gave a responsibility actually does the responsibility given. Unless you are saying you are not aware whether those stakeholders were informed or not.
Chair, all I know is that the direct instruction from the Office of the National Commissioner says, communicate to the relevant team and to prepare a close-up report. Then come a letter of the 17th that gives a roadmap that says this is what must happen. Inform the internal and stakeholders. This comes from me telling the project manager, inform the internal and external. That's the part that I could play and how far I could go. And
So
that's
you're not aware whether that one you gave a responsibility to inform stakeholders did that responsibility?
I'm not aware.
Okay, let's pass that part. So in your view, what is the status of the political killing stars team?
Just like General Nqola said, it's running, it's up and running.
So it's not dissolved?
It never was.
Okay. The plan was signed.
The plan was signed.
But why was it not dissolved there?
Because General Nqola says he was not informed, therefore the team is running.
So, according to General Nqola, is acting against the instructions of the top brass of the service.
Which happened.
Okay. Let's go to dockets. You say you are the custodian of all the dockets in South Africa.
Correct.
But you say there are dockets that you can be unable to account for. How does that happen?
Not that I can be unhappy to account for. That falls under me, but I'm not accounting. I'm expected to account for them, but they are not in my possession.
Okay. Where do you derive these powers of custodianship of dockets?
Can we go to the same letter that gives the powers that was approved by the National Commissioner? That says I just want the page, Chair, that says the Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection is the custodian of all dockets in the country. In the bundle. Chair, I want to just, legal team, do you know? Evidence leader?
Yes, the witness is.
I want to be
seeking
able to
trust.
get to that page that assists me, where it says the Deputy National Commissioner is the one that was even approved by the National Commissioner, because I account for the performance of the detectives even before the Auditor General. And as a result, when we talk about the docket, when you register a case docket, it is for investigation. Once it is for investigation, it falls within my space. Now the docket leading to up until prosecution is my docket as the detective. The uniform in the police station will open a case docket, and then the next person who comes to sign for the docket is a detective. Now the detective is their docket. Yes, it belongs to a station for that station, because when you ask, for an example, you say you open a case in Witbank, it will be Witbank case so-and-so, Midrand case so-and-so, Devon Central case so-and-so. But the dockets belong to those stations, but I am responsible for all the dockets because I account to the Auditor General for all the dockets. I'm saying this now in the absence of the documents I have here. I will come across it now. But all the investigations or investigative processes belong under crime detection, which I'm responsible for. Now, which means that is why I was saying to the National Commissioner, I have dockets that are in uniform, that are at ORS, and the National Commissioner said, no, those detectives must fall under you. I have dockets that are at ID or Hawks. Those dockets, I must account for those dockets. So I'm the custodian of all the dockets.
Okay. I was asking.
Sorry, Chair,
let's,
I was just trying to.
let's allow the member to conclude. You will come later.
Not on the docket.
I was asking, where is the power derived from? Is it derived from the employment contract? Is it derived from the policy? Is it derived from legislation? Where is this power of custodianship of all dockets? Is
From the employment contract and from the legislative framework of the detectives.
okay. Where are the 21 dockets, 121 dockets?
Where are they?
Now, yes.
They are.
I'm asking from the custodian now.
They are I take it that they will be with the political killing task team project manager.
Why were they taken?
They were taken, brought by them to be taken to where they needed to be taken to, which is the specialized unit, murder and robbery unit, which is mandated to investigate political killing task team. Those political, that what they are investigating as a task team, in fact, belongs to murder and robbery unit. They are just a separate structure that is running outside the structure.
Okay, General, you have just confirmed with us now that the political killings task team is up and running. If that's the case, why were 121 dockets taken from the political killings task team that is up and running?
Chair, a decision was taken to disband immediately. And the political killing task team project manager did say that this political killing task team have achieved the purpose for which it was intended for, to stabilize and to fight the killings of the politicians and your traditional leaders and others. Now, when you look at the map, I wish we could display the map. If it's doable, Chair, that what was presented in the to be able to see how they've stabilized. I don't know, Chair, evidence leader, that is it possible to put that document that shows how they have stabilized, all of them green, and then that in fact it shows 1-1, and they said only eThekwini district is the one that is problematic, but the rest, there are no political killing task team anymore. So as a result, it can be used as a benchmark, and that it will be now done in a phase-out approach. It will be taken to murder and robbery unit. This is now General Khumalo saying it will be taken to murder and robbery unit.
Okay, let's leave General Khumalo. Let's leave what General Khumalo says. The letter was what General Khumalo would have said it was actually later than the 31st of December 2024. The letter says, the service of the political killings task team is no longer required because it's no longer adding any value. And you have attested here in front of us that, in your view, the political killings task team has actually been able to down spiral the rate at which political killings happened in South Africa. Now, let's pass this stage, in general. Let's go to the letter. I think, Chair, I'm going to this letter. It's on page 20 of the index core bundle. Page 20. I wasn't happy with how the general responded yesterday. I thought it's fine, let me not stress, let me come back to it today. Here, there is an issue about confiscation of Vusumzi Matlala phone and a cracking of WhatsApp conversations of Vusumzi Matlala. It is established there that there is a constant communication between Mr. Matlala and Mr. Mokgotsi. It's not between you and them. 2, in this communication, Mr. Mokgotsi, the one you had breakfast with, alleges that he has, the message reads like this: I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. They must have a solution. And it goes down and say, the task team that came to your house and harassed you have been dissolved. So this is a chronological order of the messages between the two. But in that there is confirmation of a person you considered in this meeting that you have had a breakfast with. He says, the person, your breakfast person says, I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. He goes back down and talk about the dissolution of the PKTT. This is my question. Has Mr. Matlala and Mr. Mokgotsi influenced the dissolution of the PKTT, as it has been alleged by both the two witnesses that appeared before us? 2, do you have a direct relationship with Mr. Mokgotsi and Mr. Matlala? 3, was there a meeting arranged between yourself, the minister, Mr. Mokgotsi, Mr. Matlala, on the dissolution of the PKTT?
This must be your last 3 questions.
Yeah, but 20 minutes, I'm 30, is fine.
No. I want you to do this. Do not bombard the witness with questions. Take them one by one.
Okay, that's fine.
As you conclude.
That's fine. Okay, let's take one first, emanating from this that is written here. Can remind you that it's a communication between the two people, and we're not saying we are responsible for that communication. We're saying there is your name dropped there, that I have arranged a meeting with Sibiya and the minister. So has there been a meeting arranged between you, the minister, Mr. Matlala, and Mr. Mokgotsi to discuss the...
Never.
Okay.
There was never such a meeting.
Okay. When did you have breakfast again with Mr. Mokgotsi?
I think it was on the 8th of
January.
Of January.
2025.
Yeah, Chair, I may be wrong. He came for the 8th of January meeting. And I take it that it was in the morning. But normally, because of we are working as the South African police, we would wake up early and be on the ground. So I don't know whether it could be before or that, but it did come, I confirm, we met.
When did SAPS raid Mr. Matlala's homestead and confiscate his phone?
They say it's on the 6th
of
December. That's what I read in the statement.
Of December?
Yeah.
Last year?
It was on the 6th of December, because in one of the statements that I read, it says it was the rate of the 6th of December that led to the beginning of the disbandment of the
Okay.
trust.
When did Mr. Matlala get arrested? In your knowledge?
Far deep in May
This year.
this year.
So the breakfast dates the arrest and these messages. Because these messages are taken on the basis of the arrest and confiscation. So fine, let's leave it general. Let's just leave it there. So General Mkhwanazi alleges that they have scanned, they have audited the dockets to check if they are in the same shape as they were when they were taken. We say I think they found about 5 with some minor deficiencies, with some missing pages and all that. Are you aware of that?
I heard him, but I don't agree with that.
Okay. Let's go to Forte. We have got 4 members of the PKTT whom you allege that they have taken money at some point in the Eastern Cape. Of course, we established that they are not 6 or 10, they are 4. And one amongst them did not take money in terms of your statement. It's page 167, 176 and 177. One of them just got himself some polo neck and a coat. New polo neck and a coat. Now, I want to take us through what is your reading of that. Do you read it as a pure act of bribery and money laundering between police and an accused person? Or do you read it as a covert operation of the police to lay in a suspected individual so that they can be able to arrest him?
It's not how a covert operation works. And it's not even how an undercover operation works to law. It's not how it works completely. It's pure act of criminality.
Okay. General Mkhwanazi made assertions here saying sometimes covert operations, Chair.
On a point of, not a point of order, just the sound. Please, General, if you could direct General to speak into the mic. Thanks.
Okay.
On a point of sound. Thank you.
Clarity.
Now, General Mkhwanazi came and under oath made statements here that sometimes a covert operation would be them buying a Lamborghini just to infiltrate a Lamborghini club that is suspecting to be involved in criminal activities. Is that correct?
It's wrong.
It's wrong, completely wrong.
It's not an investigator, it's wrong.
Okay. Now, Chair, let's take matters to the issue of, I think a lot of issues I've covered. I'm left with just the issue of when you wrote communications.
I want you to know that you are asking the last question.
Yes, it is the last question.
Yeah.
General Khumalo is due to come and testify. But following his testimony, what was cut down in the Judicial Commission, it seems to be a very different story with what you are using, but it's fine, we'll take it when he comes here. But I want you to confirm before us what we have been communicating with him on the dissolution, because he's a project leader. Now, what has been his responses to the numerous communiques you have been sharing with him in respect of this matter? Thank you.
Basically, he ignored my emails, because remember the National Commissioner said he told him to ignore me, and as a result, which means whatever that was happening going forward, it was happening because the National Commissioner said, this is how you will do it. Now, even when the dockets were brought over to head office or wherever, starting from when the National Commissioner said, ignore that one. Whatever that happens now going forward is the National Commissioner's instruction. So coming up the docket, General Kumalo would never have brought the dockets to head office or wherever, because he already got instructions from the National Commissioner himself that says, ignore that one. So anything and everything that flows therefrom, National Commission.
Thank you, General. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Sokanyile.